greatest mastermind. Think of it if you may. The human mind, the fellowship of thoughts, the discoveries made. Think of it seriously. The explanations of gravity, the Einsteins and the Newtons, the molecules and the splitting of atoms, biology and chemistry, the expertise of human discoveries, yet they remain just that. But how about going back to the start? Let's look at it this way in plain language. Okay. Einstein was a great mastermind. He worked hard to find what no man had discovered before him. So the world was obligated to acknowledge him. So were the minds after him, the many men that recognized his example and followed him. Archimedes was a man of ambition, a mastermind that became a renowned mathematician, advancing the foundation of hydrostatics, giving the basis that defines statics. Yet, in all that he could find, he was only an expression from another mind. Looking at the human mind, how it is so strategically aligned, the nerves and the pathways that run the body, the impulses and networks that scientists study, a body of cells and neurons communicating via axons, physiologically designed to run each organ, each part instructed when the impulse comes on it. See, that's us. Every one of us, including birds and animals, even the human that holds their morals. But think of it. How great is the mind that thought of it? Like, seriously, think of it. What word can describe the one that made us? Can you picture it? Can you even fathom it? Like, seriously, ponder it. Then only can you see it. I call him the greatest mastermind. Scientific discoveries just make my heart soar with pride, for they just show me how great my maker is, to whom I am bride. Like, have you ever seen the Grand Canyon? Do you even know what holds up the ground we stand on? Have you ever looked up at the sky on a starry night? Have you ever thought of who gives the sun its light, lighting up this earth that we call ours, while we're placed in time that we count in hours? Can you see it the way I see it? I pray, come into my world for a moment. Sit down and imagine it. Travel with me so we can view it. So, before the beginning, there was one existent being. Out of this being came forth a Logos, the Son of God that would become Christ to us. Then, this being, formerly known as God, who created the heavens and the earth, God, he had thoughts, just like you have thoughts. But his thoughts are not like our thoughts. No, we must come to a point where we become one with his thoughts. So, God created the heavenly host, the planets, the sun, the moon, the earth, and all its coasts. Then God said, let there be lights in the firmaments of the heaven, to divide day from night. Let them be for signs and for seasons, for days and for years. Let there be lights in the firmaments of the heaven, to give light upon the earth. And it was so. God thought it, spoke it, believed it, and created it. But why? For me and you. He even made the morning dew. Then, to complete the platform for the drama without practice, God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. So, from the beginning, the earth was made for the human being. The splendor and magnificence of every living thing God made to satisfy our very being. The same power that God used to create the world He gave to Adam so he could have dominion by the spoken word. See, the same creative power God used to create the world, He gave it to Adam so he could have dominion by the spoken word. Then His word says, let this mind also be in you, which was in Christ, and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Scriptures that I find most profound, the revelation that my inspiration is wrapped around. If I then have the mind of Christ, Christ is the greatest mastermind. His word then says, you shall be above only and never beneath. So beneath my feet is the place where my trouble shall be. He wrote it because He meant it. There is none above God, just as He said it. If my mind is transformed to Christ, then I become as the me that I was first formed as, in the image of God, in the likeness of God. Then I will talk like God, command like God, walk like God, and believe like God. God placed this inspiration in my heart to find that if I tabernacle Christ, my life is in the hands of the greatest mastermind. God placed this inspiration in my heart to find that if we tabernacle Christ, then our lives are in the hands of the greatest mastermind.